Hey everybody, what's going on? This is your girl Libra Butterfly, coming to you from the great state of Kentucky, where the women are beautiful and the horses are fast. Or the horses are beautiful and the women are fast. It just really depends on what you're darn like. I want to say happy birthday to all of my June birthday people, to you, Lottie Dottie, and everybody. To all of my subbies that will hear this, thank you so much. I don't ever wait until people come in. If I got a show, I just do my show. Whoever sees it, sees it. Whoever don't. So that's where we are today. That's one thing me and King, which is Mr. Anthony McNeil, it's one thing we have in common. We don't ever wait for people to come in. We just do what we got to do. So one of the things that I wanted to talk about today is being African American in the professional place. And the picture that I have on my thing, I don't know if y'all saw it or not, but the picture that I have is my cousin. She is a doctor, and she's also a sports doctor, and she travels with a university, a major university here in America. And she has her own practice and things of that nature. She's with a big hospital and all this. And I had posted what happened to her the other day when she was giving the residents what to do. She had on her doctor's lab coat with her name on it, her stethoscope thrown over her shoulder, the file in her hand, like doctors do and everything. And she was giving the residents the information, what she wanted them to do and all this. And this nurse was standing there with them through the whole process. And the nurse happened to ask her, "Are you the security guard?" And she said she looked like, whoa, with this big old doctor thing on on her lab coat, the white coats that they wear, a stethoscope. She's giving orders to different people and everything. But this nurse, and the nurse was there for the whole thing, but had the audacity to ask her if she was the security guard. Y'all, these Karens and these Kens, they like to devalue us and underestimate us. I have a daughter who's about to be a nurse practitioner, and she's already a registered nurse, but she wants to be a nurse practitioner. So she's got a couple more months or whatever. And me and her was talking today, and this is why I came on. We were talking today, and she said that that happens a lot, that the staff underestimate Black people, in those professional roles. And she told me about an incident that she had. And this particular patient, white man, he was unruly and everything. And when he was assigned to her, they would always keep him in restraints. And she said she didn't like him being in restraints. So what she did was she said, I'm going to take these restraints off of you because I don't like restraints. She said, I think we can deal with each other without restraints. So she ended up taking one of his arms out of the restraint. And she said at first she thought she made a mistake because he went straight to his face and they had tubes in them. And she said, but he started scratching and everything. And he just started scratching because his skin was dry and everything. So he started scratching. And once he got the scratch over with, he put his hand back down and let her do everything that she had to do for him. And so they were tripping because every time she came in, she would say, hi, Mr. D. That's not his name, but hi, Mr. D. And he'll wink at her, like that. And so even his family became accustomed to her. And so even when she wasn't there, they would ask the other nurses, could they have my daughter? Because they trust her and she's a good nurse and blah, blah, blah. So, another incident she told me about was she went and was telling these nurses that had been there before her. She was like, hey, T, what's going on, love? Hey, smooches to you. She was telling these nurses, do y'all think now when was the last time we did a urine culture on this woman? And they was like, no, it's not her urine, honey. It's not her urine. We understand that you're new to this, but it's not her urine. And my daughter said she felt like they was, not listening to her because she was a Black young nurse. So she said when she saw saw her doctor in the hallway, she called up the doctor and said, hey, doctor, whatever. She said, can we order a urinalysis on room such and such, and can we get a blood work drawn up on her? He said, sure. And he stood right there and put the work in, put the order in for them to do all that. When he came back, my daughter was correct. Her urine pH or whatever was 3, meaning she had a very, 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 very bad urine infection. And that's why she was acting the way she was acting. See what I'm saying? And these women wouldn't even consider that maybe this young Black woman that's a nurse now knows what she's talking about. Even if you don't think that's what it is, let's test it and see. So she was like, so there's just 2 things that she told me. And she said, I could share with you all, that they devalue, Black people in the professional setting. And so I said all that to say this. Another thing me and her was talking about, she said that one thing we don't, as Black people, do when we go to the doctor, we don't question the medicine that they put us on. And I was telling her this medicine that they put my late husband on, that I told him, this is the one time I did not go to the doctor with him, y'all. And I told him he didn't need that medicine. And they had put him, and she was like, well, mama, baby, after they did 2 consecutive, this, that, and the other on daddy, that's when they should have prescribed it. I said, no, he went in to have a dietary whatever, and they gave him medicine. I said, and I knew that wasn't right, and I kept telling him, baby, that's not right, So anyway, I said, that's why when, they used to diagnose me and all this and stuff, I would Google, I would check, I would ask them questions about the medication, and everything. And that's something that we don't do. Hey, real mama, smooches, sissy. That's one thing that we don't do. We take the doctor's words as value, as face value. Hey, Mimi, hey, sis, that they know what's best for us. How can somebody that doesn't see you nothing but once, maybe every 2 weeks or once every 6 months, know what's best for you? Does it make sense when you're with you every day? So, my daughter was like, you need to stay right there, and you need to let, the people know that they need to question. They need to question what the doctor is saying. What's this medication? Why am I being prescribed this medication? What's the survival rate of this medication? What's the long-term effects of this medication? Who have you tried this medication on? If this medication does not work for me, can we discuss something else? And a lot of times, hey, Stephanie love smooches. A lot of times, we don't do that. The doctor comes in and say, okay, I found out what's wrong with you. Okay, we're going to start you on this pill. We get the prescription, we go fill it, we start taking it. And then we may feel better on one hand, but then we worse on the other hands because we don't ask any questions, y'all. You have to remember that the doctors are in bed with the pharmaceutical company. The pharmaceutical company pays these doctors very well. Okay. So, a lot of times it's how much of this medicine can I give out so that I can get a bigger paycheck so I can buy, my daughter Lindsay another Jaguar and we can get this summer home in Florida. You see what I'm saying? It's always about the dollars, always about the dollars, never mistaken that they're really trying to help you. Because remember, if you look at their creed on their wall when you go in, they tell you up front, we're not healers. We can't heal you. They tell you that up front. It's on the wall. If you ever go to your doctor's office, look on the wall for their creed. And they already tell you they're not doing that. Okay. So that's another thing that behooves me when I try to tell people about herbs and they disvalue me because they feel like, well, my doctor knows best. Herbs heals the body. Medicine masks the symptoms. Look at medicine as maintenance. What I mean by that is it keeps you going and doctors makes patients. Okay. They don't give you medicine to heal you. They give you a medicine to mask your symptoms or to help you keep coming back. Now, here's my thing. If I have an issue and I've been having this issue for 6 months and I keep coming back to you, coming back to you, coming back to you, and it's the same thing you keep telling me, then I need to either find another doctor or I need to be trying another method because something's wrong. There's no way in the world that you should still be having the same thing years later. You had it in 2015, you had it in 2016, you had it in 2017, 2018, 2000, and you still dealing with the same thing. Something's wrong. Either you're not doing what you're supposed to do, or the medicine that you're on is not effective. Point blank and period. You do research the medicine that they prescribe. Yes, what's up? Yeah, that's what's up. And so, I just don't get, but some people you cannot get them to see that 2 + 2 is 4. They're going to always think 2 + 2 is 5. It's like, I don't know. It's like, you know what my mama used to say to us sometimes, the more I teach y'all, the dumber I get. And it used to piss me off when she said that. But to be honest, I get it. I get it. I mean, I keep coming in here and I keep giving you my hour. I keep telling you X, Y, and Z, 1, 2, 3, and you sit and listen, but you make no changes in what you do to improve your own life. And it's like I keep giving out and you're not accepting it. So why even listen? I don't get that. I'm not going to listen to anybody that I feel like is not helping me. I can't grow from or whatever. Sorry, y'all stepped away. Okay, no problem, T. So, and the reason why I said that, y'all, because, I don't always just talk about herbs and things like that. But for the most part, I do because us as a people is dying. And we're dying of the simple things. And like I keep telling everybody, it actually starts with your mouth. What do you put in your mouth? And a lot of times, y'all, believe it or not, those that eat a lot of beef, you have a lot of chronic pain. You have a lot of inflammation built up in you. People think it's pork. Actually, it's beef, hamburger, roast, what else? Steak. Because the proteins in beef is so hard to break down in the body that what it does, it helps to crystallize around your joints, around your spine, around your hips, around your knees, your ankles, your toes. It finds any spot that it can, it builds up inflammation and it starts to crystallize. A lot of us cannot, to be honest, us as Africans in America, we're not supposed to even be eating meat. We're not. Our jaws are not, our teeth and our jaws are not made for that. To be honest, even when we were over in our native land, we ate berries, greens, uh, um, uh, beans, stuff like that to sustain the life and to give us strength. That's why we could run so long. Our endurance was great. We drank plenty of water. We ate coconuts and things like that. But only when we came over here and was forced to eat the scraps of the master did we adopt this way of life. You got to know your history. And so a lot of us, our systems cannot break down beef. It just can't. And the more you eat beef, the more your body is screaming help, the more pain you be in. And they keep giving you all this medication trying to mask this pain. Before long, your kidneys ain't going to be good. Your liver ain't going to be good. You see what I'm saying? You can only take this medicine so long, y'all. Hey, NC girl, you can only take this pain medicine, Percocets, Dilatin, stuff like that. You can only take it so long before your body say, what? And it don't work anymore. You become resistant to it. So you just got to be careful. Now, one thing you can do if you just got to have beef, if you just got to have it, the one thing you can do so that your system can break down beef is take a shot of apple cider vinegar with the mother in it, with the little squirmy stuff in it. It's not just it's from nature, not the clean stuff. You want the like the Brags, okay? You can take 2 spoonfuls of that in a half in 4 ounces of water. Make sure it's warm or hot, and drink that before every meal. That way you can process beef. I don't know nobody that wants to do that every time they eat beef, but to each his own. To each his own. Also, if you beef can build up in your body. For women, you can get PCOS, endometriosis. See, it's a lot of things that some foods help increase in your body. Fibroids, yeah. Over the years and stuff, and let me tell y'all something. I know y'all know that iodine salt raises your blood pressure and makes you retain water. But did you know that sugary stuff is worse than iodine salt? Sugar does almost the same thing, if not 2 times more. Yes, sugar. So I always tell you all, because the side effects be worse than your issue. It's crazy. Right, Stephanie? I always tell you guys that you need to detox. You need to detox. Once a week, you should be doing some form of a detox. And that's the truth. Yeah, Stephanie, if you get some, look at a box of Pop-Tarts. When you look at a box of Pop-Tarts, you'll see the content on there. It'll tell you that it has like 75% of the Pop-Tart is straight salt. Like the sugar is salt. It's just crazy how sugar affects your body. Okay. Trust me, I used to have insulin resistance, and that's not fun. Leaky gut too. It's not fun. Okay, because when you have leaky gut, SIBO, which is small intestines bacteria overgrowth, when you have that leaky gut, if you have any gut issue, you are bloated after you eat. And sometimes, depending on what you eat, you stay bloated for days. And you like, I just want to belch. I just need relief. Oh my God, I just need relief. Y'all, as much as I love a good, what is the thing that I like to eat? It comes with horseradish sauce. Oh my God, I'm not thinking today, y'all. But anyway, it's like a steak, okay? Prime rib, there we go. As much as I love me some prime rib, it's not worth me being bloated over. It's just not. Sugar is addictive. Right. I'm detoxing now. The food is higher in cost and less nutrient. You're right about that. We do a 3 week detox. We are on the day 3. Okay, now that's what's up. So I'm just saying, y'all, you should always do some form of a detox. Let me see what my time is. I'm trying not to go over my time. So yeah, some of y'all know that I have been sick, and what was going on is I am detoxing my body so well, y'all, that my body's like in shock. Like, what? You know, what? Huh? What you want us to do? And then I had a sinus infection. Okay. On top of that, I had an ear infection, and it's crazy. And we thought it was COVID, right? Again, just got word because y'all know I was at my daughter's house, and for my granddaughter, one of my granddaughter's birthdays, and everything. So she was up under me, and one of my other grandkids was really up under me. And come to find out, me and them two grandkids was sick. Okay, so we just got my youngest grandchild's culture back. They was in the emergency room last night, so we just got her information back. She has an ear infection. Her strep was negative. Her COVID was negative. Praise God. And something else they tested her for, the flu. It was negative. So we're grateful for that. But y'all, it's some junk that's going around. And I'm telling y'all, because even though I take herbs every day and I drank my water and stuff, I had slacked on one herb. And I'm going to tell you what that is. I have a pill that I take every day. And just for the last 2 days, well, those 2 days prior, I didn't take it. And it's called vitamin K2 plus D3. That right there is something I never leave home without taking. But for 2 days in a row, I didn't. And this is the result. So, yeah, yeah. Make sure that you take your magnesium as well, because you need to be regular. And a lot of people don't take magnesium, and you should. Make sure you take that. And yes, I sure intermittent fasting. Yes, I started intermittent fasting and eating clean during my eating window. Okay. Yes, my sister has stomach issues and she looked pregnant. That's what she does. Detox. Yes, girl, because Stephanie, ooh, Jesus and a cracker. I'm telling y'all, it's not worth it. For real, it's not worth it. As much as I love, like I said, as much as I love it, and I do, I love steak. Don't get me wrong, honey. I love me a good old steak cooked medium, honey, with a baked potato and a salad. Don't get it twisted. I do. However, I realize in my body, beef don't work well with me. I love a good big juicy hamburger. However, I know every time I eat it, I'm gonna be bloated to smithereens. And no, so I just don't now. I just don't. It's just certain things I don't do. And that's just, like I said, it starts with what goes in your mouth, you know. So, and it's not always easy, y'all. It's not, it's not always easy. And I know people say, I gotta get what I can afford. But can you really afford it? You buy it because you need to eat something, but then you suffer behind it. So really, are you affording it? Especially if it takes you to the hospital, especially if it makes your situation worse. Can you really afford it? I mean, I don't know how you look at affording it, but anything that affects my health, no ma'am. No, sir. That's just how we do it. So, no. It's a big no for me. And it's just what it is. Um, what else was I going to say about that? Oh, before I get off of here, I'm going to share one thing with you. If you're a diabetic, and if you're not a diabetic, this is still something great for you to do. Let me go ahead and talk about it now, since I'm already on the health and healing stuff. I'm going to pull it up. Wait a minute, because I want to show y'all the difference. A lot of times I say things, and this computer is going like slower than Christmas. Okay, hold on. And I hope everybody's been having a great day today. And it's really not even the computer, it's the internet. AT&T, I don't know what they trying to do with their life, but they need to get a life, and they need to get one real, real, real quick, because they done got on my everlasting love muffin nerves here. AT&T sucks. I think I'm trying to go to T-Mobile and get their $50 internet thing and see how that works. Honey, we're gonna try. We're gonna try everything, because if I'm paying all this money for internet and it only works when they want it to, it's not helping my life. Shoot. Move forward. So let me see. I'm gonna pull this up for you. Okay. Now, let me get over here. Let me see what y'all saying. I am currently juicing. Maybe too little too late, but it's never too late. It's about priorities. Sometimes we spend money on other things that are expensive and then neglect our diet. You better say that, T. I know you right. Hey, sweet vibes. Hey, love. Thanks for coming over. I look at it. I look at it like take take of your body, and your body will take her. What you said. What you said, sis. Now, come on, keep it real. But some people you can't tell them it. It's like, okay, whatever. So let's see. I'm waiting for it to come up, y'all. Here we go. Let me make sure y'all can see this. Okay, so y'all can see it. Okay, y'all see that type of cinnamon in your screen? It says Ceylon cinnamon. Yes, Ceylon cinnamon. Now, people say, well, I got cinnamon in my drawer. I make sweet potato pies with that. That is not the right cinnamon. Girl, everybody else tell me that too, sweet vibes. Girl, they trying to slow down my people. It's okay. You know, I, I'm telling y'all, let me go here. YouTube girl get a class action lawsuit. Okay, let me go back. All right, so uh Ceylon cinnamon. That's the best cinnamon you will ever get. Okay. This is the one you need for the upkeep of your body. If you are a diabetic, you need to be on this every day. You mix a little bit of this in your hot beverage, or you can make a tea out of it. It's up to you. If you're not a diabetic, so what? It helps with the heart. Um, yeah, it keeps the heart pumping. It helps with moving your blood, because a lot of us don't have good blood circulation. It helps to do that. It helps you lose weight. Those that's having weight issues. It helps to bring your sugar in balance. Okay, if you're out of balance, or if you got insulin resistance, or you're diabetic, it helps to maintain your sugar in correct levels. What else does it do? Let me pull my notes up, because this is something you all need to know. I'm feeling better, but not 100% yet. But that's okay. God got it covered. We coming back. We coming back. Let's see. Come on. Where is you? Where is you? Where is you? And yeah, it helps your blood glucose levels. Um, Let me see. I don't have my glasses, Lord Jesus. Da 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 da. Oh. It helps with arthritis. I do know that. I can go ahead and tell y'all that. It helps with arthritis. This is also one of the spices they gave Jesus when they crucified him. This is also one of the spices that they gave him. They gave him frankincense. They put frankincense on them, myrrh, and as well as cinnamon. Ceylon cinnamon at that. It must be in my other phone, because it's showing in this one. It ain't in this one, girl. Anywho, I think I hit all the major things I want to hit with this. If it's any more that I need to hit, I'll put it on my community tab. Anybody been checking out the community tab? I've been trying to stay connected with everybody. Nothing more than that. But yeah. So they let me know about my t-shirts. Okay, cool beans. Yeah. So anywho, Um, but yeah, check that out. Ceylon, the Ceylon cinnamon. Like I said, if you got the other cinnamon in your drawer and your bakery thing, I'm not talking about that one. So no, ma'am, don't do it because that one can actually hurt your body. That one in excess can cause the reverse effect of what Ceylon does. So I know some of y'all be trying to, I got cinnamon in there, cinnamon. I do that cinnamon. I ain't gonna go out and buy no more cinnamon, blah, 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 blah. Okay. But let me warn you first. I definitely need this. My arthritis has been giving me the blues since it's been raining. Yep. I feel you. So let me see. One moment. It helps also with candida, y'all. That's the overgrowth of yeast in your body. If you have candida, it helps you with that. Uh, it helps your brain. Helps with infections. If you have any infections or viruses going on in your body, this helps to fight it. It's an antioxidant as well. It protects your heart and it helps to lower your risk of cancer. So this is another thing that if you develop cancer or if you want to stay away from cancer or whatever, this is something else that you can take to help you fight. Okay. Let me tell you another thing that you need to do. It also helps your skin, but when you're dealing with and it helps your gums. C-line helps your gums too. Um, if you're dealing with the C word, and I try not to say the name of it, but when you're dealing with the C word, you have to cut out all dairy. They don't tell you this at the hospital. You have to cut out all dairy. You should go straight on fruit and vegetables in spring water, and then add herbs to help fight the C word. When you go back to the doctor, you're going to be a miracle. They're going to be like, wait a minute, hold on. What are you doing that? Because, see, again, doctors make patients, they don't heal. When my sister was fighting cancer, I gave her soursop and a couple more different things that I wanted her to take to fight that. And of course, she didn't tell them what she was doing. She would drink her soursop tea twice a day and all that and stuff. And so we're here to tell you she's still living. Thank you, God. She's cancer free. Thank you, Jesus. And all that. So yeah. Yeah. You have arthritis in your lower back. Okay, I tell you what, I'll come on here probably sometime Friday and we'll dedicate the live to arthritis or any itis. Remember, I told y'all, itis, ITIS, stands for inflammation of bursitis, bronchitis, arthritis. It all means inflammations of that area. So what I do, because there's so many people that's suffering with that, I'll come on and that's what hey, Tweety 79. Hey, love, thank you. Yes, we'll do a live Friday. I promise y'all I'll come on Friday and we'll do one for just arthritis. Is that okay with everybody? Because there's so much stuff that you can do to help your arthritis. And I don't want to get into it now because I'll miss something. So I'm going to dedicate Friday's live to arthritis. And that way you all be, equipped on what you need to do and things like that. So I hope y'all got the name of this cinnamon that'll help with your body and every stuff. We'll take it out of there. Okay, so I started off by telling you guys that being Black and professional is like an oxymoron to the Kerns and the Kens, right? Because they feel like they in their mind we need to stay ghetto, we need to stay the angry Black woman. Okay. Oh, I was fine. I got you, Stephanie. I promise I got you. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Matter of fact, put the time and stuff out here when I get off live, and that way y'all can see it. Let me ask y'all this: should we do it at the same time, like 6:30, or do y'all want to try to do it earlier? I think the later the better. I can even go 8 o'clock if y'all want to, 8 p.m. How much should I mix them? Just one of those. Girl, and excuse me, I get tablespoons and teaspoons mixed up. It's like if you putting some in your coffee, whatever spoon you use for that coffee, that's what you would use for that. Okay, okay. So yeah, I think most people like it in the afternoons better because that way they home from work and blah 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 blah. Okay, so that's what we'll do. That's the bet. That's the bet. Um. Okay, so let me. I'm gonna show y'all one more thing. It's gonna shock the snot out of you. Um. In talking to my children and everything, and like I told you, I was talking to my daughter that's the registered nurse. Um, I have another daughter that's almost a registered nurse, so I have to distinguish between the two when I'm talking to y'all. Um, oh, y'all, my daughter that's in St. Louis, that's also going to become a registered nurse. She has her own business, right? And she was able to go to the marijuana something that they're trying to bring to St. Louis, and she was able to present her idea and what she creates as part of the marijuana thing, y'all. And they was really impressed with her. So I'm like, shout out to my daughter for doing the dang on thing. I'm like, you better go, girl. She has her own business. She's a caterer too, and she went to school for culinary. So yes, she's a real chef. She also went to school to do hair and nails. She got the degree in that. Now she's in school to be a registered nurse. Lord, my kids, bless her heart. So in the meantime, what she do on the side is she caters, and she comes up with these creations and different things like that. So they invited her to come and present what she's doing and how to add marijuana to it or whatever, and she was able to do that with these big companies. So I'm proud of her. I'm like, congratulations, Chad. What's up, Mr. Dirk C. Williams? That's my brother, y'all. Yes, sir. So uh yes. So, I just wanted to shout my child out on that and stuff too. Okay, so remember I told y'all, like I was saying, the picture that's on here is my cousin. She's a doctor. Like I said, she's a doctor. She's got her own practice. She's a part of a big hospital here in Kentucky. And she's the University of Louisville's doctor. You don't get no bigger than that. U of L, she's their doctor. She travels with them, and all this stuff. Her face has been plastered everywhere. For this nurse to ask her if she's the security guard. And the nurse stood there and listened to her give orders, write on the charts and everything. That was disrespectful. But I just want to tell y'all know that this stuff has been going on for years. Did y'all know that Hawaii had a black queen? Did y'all know that? Hawaii had a black queen. I'm going to let that marinate for a minute. Let me show you who she is. Then I'm going to show you what had happened. What happened? In my QB voice, what had happened? Yeah, it was disrespectful, sis. For real. Okay. This is what, before I show y'all her picture, let me make sure y'all can see this. Okay. This is what she had to say and I don't have my glasses, y'all, so bear with me. I don't even know this child's name. I'm going to try to pronounce it. I, Lulukalani, by the grace of God and under the Constitution of the Hawaiian Kingdom Queen, do hereby solemnly protest against any and all acts done against myself and the constitutional government of the Hawaiian Kingdom by certain persons claiming to have established a provisional government of of and for this kingdom. Now, to avoid any collisions of armed forces and perhaps the loss of life, I do under this protest and impelled by said force yield my authority unto such time as the government of the United States shall, upon the facts be presented to it, undo the actions its representative and reinstate me in the authority which I claim as the constitutional sovereign. I know what that word is. I can't see it. Of the Hawaiian Islands. So the United States came in, y'all, and forced her to give up her throne, and they took Hawaii. That's what had happened. So let me scroll up, show y'all who she is. Well, that's one picture of her. Make sure y'all can see that. Yeah, y'all can see it. Okay. Okay, that's one picture of her. Now let me scroll up so y'all can get another picture of her. One moment. Right there. Yep, she stepped down to save their lives. Yep. Because they came in forces. They came in to take the land. And if she had not surrendered, it would have been a whole lot of bloodshed and war. You know how they do. So yeah. Yet another case of manifest that. Right. Hey, Dirk, what you said. So that's what she looked like. That's her family. That's a picture. Yep. So, see how the last and only black queen of Hawaii was overthrown by the United States in the 1800s. And then here's the statue they have of her. Wait a minute. That's the statue they have of her. Yep. So for them to underestimate my cousin, underestimate my daughter, who's a black registered nurse, my cousin, who's a black physician, and many more people this has happened to, they don't even respect black police officers. A black police officer can do the same thing that a white one does, and that black police officer be reprimanded and fired, if not put in jail. The white one gets off with murder. As you know, we still had another year of Breonna Taylor here in Kentucky that she's to sue her estate now. Okay. However, they're gonna have to pay. They're gonna have to pay us. I know they don't want to, but they're gonna have to. Let me see. Don't worry. I guess taking back land of sorts. It's been reported today that the largest swell of migrants ever is poised to overwhelm our southern borders within days. Okay. See, it's just crazy, y'all. I want the 40 acres and the mule our ancestors were promised. And you know what happened with that? This is how the United States tossed it up. We paid the 40 acres and the mule, but they didn't give them to the slaves. They actually let us go with no tangibles. When they freed us, but we had no tangibles. So some of us went back into slavery just so we could eat and all that. You know, they freed some of them. They didn't have shoes on their feet. They didn't know how to survive on their own. They had nothing to survive with. If I can say it like that. How you gonna free me, but not give me anything to sustain my life. And I done gave you my life. Okay. And so what they did was they gave the 40 acres and a mule to the landowners. Excuse me, to master them for losing their cattle. They chattel, as they said, for losing their way of life. They gave them the 40 acres and a mule. That's why a lot of mansions and stuff that you see in the South, and a lot of plantations and stuff like that, they got them because that was their pay. Oh, well, the government has made it to where you no longer get to keep these Negroes. So we're just going to make sure that we give you an even swap. We'll give you 40 acres and a mule. Yeah. Would it have been nice to get that 40 acres and a mule? We can only wonder how far many blacks could have taken it. Right. 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 So, but like I told y'all last week, they might not have wanted to pay us, and how they did us. The first payback for them was the Civil War. The sword turned in their house, brother against brother, some father against some of their kids and everything. The sword never left their house. And so if you notice that every time they do a mass shooting, these mass shootings are more or less towards people of color than it is towards other people. Because you can't tell me, as much as like how people tell me, I didn't even know you was on and I'm subscribed to you. I didn't get no notification. Because when I speak like this, they slow my aneurysms down. Aneurysm. I can't talk today, y'all. They slow me down. They make it to where you can't see my channel. They're not only doing me like that, they're doing Tariq Nasheed like that. They're doing Vicky Dillard like that. Anybody who's really telling people the truth, they'll slow them down to where your aneurysms don't come up in people's thing. You have to really kind of be on the computer to see somebody that you subscribe to is live, which is crazy. That's why I told y'all I'm waiting, because YouTube is going to get a class action lawsuit, because they're only really affecting black people. Now, every now and then they'll hit other people, but for the most part, they're going back in our videos. Like, okay, CJ's so cool. They went back in his videos from like 5 years ago or something like that, and they took his channel down. And he was like, for what? I didn't break the rules. Well, 5 years ago, you did this, and that's against the YouTube rules. Well, how the hell, excuse me, y'all, but how the Hello Kitty, 5 years ago, who gonna go back through all their videos? It's just crazy. That don't even make sense. So they're messing with people's livelihood. They're messing with freedom of speech. Because you really, okay, thank you, sweet ass. And now kill Bill Gates is one of the biggest fans. Yeah, let me tell y'all something else. All of you McDonald's lovers that love McDonald's fries, they're coming from Bill Gates' farm. That's why the fries don't taste the same. Y'all can do with that information what you will. And I know y'all like, how she know this? Well, one, I own stock in McDonald's. But I'm going to let y'all, I'm going to still be cute and play dumb. But anywho, let me see. These are YouTube. Yeah. Openly tell an audience in Switzerland a week ago that yes, we will continue our censorship. No. She used to be over PayPal too. She was running PayPal, and they got her from PayPal and put her over YouTube. I was too. Real mamas. Yeah, they had to unsubscribe me from a lot of people. I was like, wait a minute, hold on. What the heck? And direct our viewers to only authorized sources. Yeah, I know, because she's in bed with the masses as well. YouTube used to be exactly what it says. YouTube means you're televising yourself. However, now they are in bed with said people that wants to censorship anybody who's telling the truth. Because it doesn't pay well. To tell the truth doesn't pay well for them. They really want more celebrities to come on and sign into YouTube, because it draws more people to it, and it gives them more sponsors, and it makes them more rich. See, us little people, us little peasants, as they call us, We're not anything to them. Even though we're the ones to help build this company, we're not anything to them. Point blank, period. So I'm just saying, um, okay, I got 9 more minutes. But yeah, so it's crazy. It is crazy, what they're trying to do. And it does seem like it's working. Let me tell you guys something else. Update. Do y'all remember, those of you all who've been with me for a minute, every year, every first of the year, or, when it's something like a 911, I come on here and I prophetically tell you guys, what I see, what's going to happen. So I won a Freedom Award last year. Her parents ran from in their home. It's only for her to grow. I know. Mm-hmm. I slacked up on eating McDonald's when I saw how long the food lasts before it spoils. Not natural. Now I just eat selective items. There you go. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. But yeah, and Bill Gates, and I'm gonna say allegedly just to cover myself. But I know what I'm talking about. But anyway, it's banning up all type of farmland. Like they won't sell it to you, but they'll sell it to him. And he's got something planned. Watch what I tell you. I've been telling y'all that. He's got something planned. Yep. Do you remember that on the packages of your food, they used to tell you where it came from? Like if you went and let's just say you wanted to buy some chicken wings, right? We're gonna say chicken wings. Um, and on the package it would say, from Florida, from you know Mexico, from whatever. Now they don't put that on there because people was looking at where the stuff was shipped from, and anything that wasn't from the United States, they wasn't buying it. So that was counterproductive for them. So now mostly when you go and buy stuff, you don't know where it's coming from. That's why it's always good to ask for local ingredients. Even when it comes to things like honey and stuff, it's best to get it locally. Okay? That's just the FYI. Um, I was going somewhere with that. So yeah, let me see. Saw the experiment room. Okay, yeah, back to cheeseburger and stuff. Yeah, yep. But make sure you question. Like I said, when you go to the doctor, question the doctor. If they get mad because you ask the questions about your health, then that's not the doctor you need to be up under. Because most real doctors are good doctors. They want you to inquire. They'll work on something with you. Be like, come on, we're gonna work this out together. Like, okay, case in point. Back in 2018, I went in to meet with a gynecologist, an OBGYN, me and my husband, and because I knew I had fibroids, I just didn't know they was as bad as they were. And he did an ultrasound on me and all this and stuff. And at that time, I was the heaviest I had ever been. And he told me, he said, you are the prime candidate to have this surgery. He said, however, with your weight being what it is, he said, I don't want to put you on the table because you may not come out. He said, let's get your weight down some, and then we'll revisit this. He said, I know you in pain. I know you bleed heavy. I know all of that. He said, I could just see it. He said, I don't feel comfortable putting you on the table to remove them and you're at this weight. He said, I'm just afraid that you won't come out of the surgery, that you will die on the table, and I don't want that. So, y'all, I appreciate that man for telling me that, because he could have just been like, sure, yeah, I'm going to do it. Come on, what's your insurance? But he told me that. He told my husband, he said, I know you go through it with her. He said, but no. He said, let's work on the weight. And so even though it was hard for me to hear, I heard it, and I thanked him for being honest with me. And see, that's what I don't like. I don't like for people to only want good things to be said to them. If it's going to save my life, tell me the truth. If you see me hurting myself, tell me the truth. And that's why a lot of people I don't even talk to no more. Because if I can't be honest with you, we don't have no conversation. For what? That's stupid. If all you want to hear is how great you are, and I can't be a true friend to you and say, nah, I don't think you need to do it because that's messed up. Why'd you do it? I don't want to talk to you. Point blank, period. You know. So I appreciate, like I said, sometimes you got to hear the hard things to make you be like, And so that's what had happened. Oh, thank you, son. Thank you. So that's what had happened, and everything. So I was appreciative. Yes, I still suffer from fibroids. I don't suffer like I used to because I've lost weight and my dietary changes just happened. So I don't suffer like I used to, but I still suffer nevertheless. But now that I done got so far, I'm in menopause now, so it's only a matter of time for all of it stop. So ain't no use me going up under no knife and all that and stuff. It'll stop when it stops. Plus, shoot, my husband gone. I ain't trying to have no sex with nobody. So hey, it all works out. See how they work? I just have to make sure that I stay up on my iron. My iron for what was it, forte for it? Not my iron fluorine, not the iron that constipates you. So if you're looking for a good source of iron, let me say that while I'm on it. Sarsaparilla root. Sarsaparilla root is the highest form of iron that you're going to get, okay? And it's the good iron. It's not the iron that's going to constipate you. It's the good iron. Sarsaparilla root. Also, what's that other one? It starts with a C. Is it Camu? Camu. I think that's another source of iron. What else? It was something else. Make sure you get your beets in. I use beet powder. I do it once a week now. I'm going to increase it to 2 times a week. Beet powder. You can mix that with your juice. Spirulina. You can mix that and beet powder together with some juice and take it to the head. This is stuff that gets in your stream and helps to build you up. So I threw a lot of stuff out here today, and I understand that, but I wanted to give you enough to pick what you can to start using, and then we'll cut it down some other time. I'm so open and honest with my doctor that she's the same with me, and she knows where I stand when it comes to certain medications and treatment. Okay. I miss my old doctor. My doctor used to be Dr. Eubanks. Dr. Eubanks was Bill Cosby. I promise you, how Bill Cosby was on his show with the sweaters and his mannerism and all that stuff. That was Dr. Eubanks. Everybody and their mama loved Dr. Eubanks. I had such a relationship with them. I could call them on the phone and be like, hey, this is Coco, and I got a sinus infection. I don't feel like coming in. They like, we already know. Hold on. And they said, it's already called in over at your pharmacy. I'm like, thank you. Because they know I ain't going to call y'all for no medication if I don't need it. That's just the relationship that we had. I had been with Dr. Eubanks since I was 15. So I love my nurse practice. We have a good relationship, and she shows she cares about my health. I know that's right. Can you put that on your community wall, source of iron? I sure will. I do it as soon as I get out for her. I really will. And I want to say this, you all. Thank you so much for praying for me when I was down and sick and all that. Like I said, I'm not 100% yet, but I'm almost back, y'all. So thank you so much for those of you all that care. Also, thanks, King, if you listen to this. I got your text message, but I couldn't read it, so I have to go back and reread it. Because you know how your text message come in, you scamming, like, okay, I'm going to get back to it. Yeah, I couldn't stay awake. I kept on sleeping. I couldn't stay awake. So I'm going to go back and, view it. But I thank everybody. We are at 1 hour. I don't want to take y'all over that. We will talk some more Friday. Remember, we're going to do arthritis, and we might even cover some iron, okay? But I thank you guys for coming in. Y'all pray for Mimi. She's on the road. We want to make sure that we cover her. Keep praying for NC Girl. She's still fighting, but we already know she's got the victory. Okay, so, and just pray for each other, y'all. So much going on. Everybody can use a prayer. You feel what I'm saying? Everybody can. So on that note, I love you guys. I thank you so much. Thank you guys that has purchased my latest book. I've been getting a lot of feedback. Everybody loves that book. So thank you so much. I appreciate you guys, and I'll see y'all in the YouTube streets. Thank you, Stephanie, and everybody else who came over. Smooches. I love y'all.